Good evening, Mount Vernon Dems. How's everyone doing this evening? I am Shannon Taylor, and I am the Commonwealth Attorney, and I do want to be your next Virginia Attorney General. I have to say, this is a real treat. I have probably been to this event maybe 3 or 4 times, but this is the first time I've actually been on stage in front of you guys, and so I am super psyched. Now, we can talk about all the terrible things that are happening. What we do, we talk about the radio, right? Can't even listen to it. But what we do know is that for everything that happens out of DC, we have a current Attorney General who is either rubber stamping what Trump is doing or sitting back and letting his actions go by. And the result is the same, folks. Inaction or action, Virginians are getting hurt. And I believe that to be a violation of the duties and responsibilities of the Attorney General, because the Attorney General is there to protect all of the citizens of their jurisdiction. So Miares should be protecting all Virginians, but he's not. Now we know he's running in the fall, which means we have to have the best Democratic candidate to take him out come November. We all know that even though we talked about how important the governor role is, we also need to know how important the Attorney General position is. Because it's the Attorney General, the right Attorney General, that's going to make the difference between women's reproductive rights or not. Or whether that you all that have children or grandchildren in public schools, and they are in their classes learning, whether or not Border Patrol agents will be running down the hallway while they're trying to learn or not. Or what we've been seeing happening with that Project 2025 that we all knew before November of 2024, we all said this is going to happen, we've seen it, but the right Attorney General will be the one to determine whether or not that entire manual comes to fruition or not. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I've been a lawyer for almost 30 years. And during that time, I have been a public servant doing the good work for the Commonwealth. And I've also been the elected Commonwealth Attorney in Henrico County since 2012. And for anybody who knows anything about Henrico County, there was a majority leader by the name of Eric Cantor. Yeah, my constituent. So when I won in 2011, I was the first Democrat to win Henrico County ever. And as we continue to watch Henrico County turn from red to blue, I just continued every time against a Republican opponent 4 times, winning more and more support. And it's important to note, Fairfax Dems, that it wasn't until 2023 that Henrico finally got a Democratic-controlled Board of Supervisors and school board. Now that also means that being the elected prosecutor, I'm guiding public safety in Henrico County. And that means we've been doing the work. We've been taking the illegal guns off the street. We've been prosecuting violent crimes. And while we're holding folks accountable, I will tell you that in my 30 years of practicing, 2 cases of note, I prosecuted the Klansman in my county back in 2020 when he took his truck and drove it through a Black Lives Matter march. And I also was more recently the special prosecutor to prosecute one of the white supremacists who marched on the lawn at the University of Virginia back in August of 2017. And while we do hold people accountable, we also offer some compassionate programs, right? People who are suffering from substance use disorder, mental health and behavioral health issues, even socioeconomic factors. We're giving people a second chance. We're giving people a leg up and resources to get them back on a healthy lifestyle. And when the Dobbs decision came out, ladies and gentlemen, I got on that national stage and I said I would never prosecute a woman for making a personal reproductive health choice, and I would never prosecute the doctor engaging in that very private matter with her. So, I'd like to talk about the breadth of my experience, my electability, and one last thing, executive experience. Being the prosecutor, being the elected in Henrico, that means I've been a boss. I've managed people. I have provided a positive work environment in my office. And if you're going to be the head of one of the largest law firms in Virginia, wouldn't it be nice to have someone who's done that job before? And it would be my pleasure to make sure that all the good public servants in the Attorney General's office get that same positive leadership and good positive energy in that environment. So ladies and gentlemen, I call myself Shannon Taylor battle-tested, ready to hit the ground running, and I hope that for this evening, I've earned your vote for the straw poll, but more importantly, I hope I've earned your vote for the primary on June 17th. Thank you very much.